the advanced economies are rolling out massive subsidies to build up their own domestic production, especially in strategic industries like semiconductors and clean energy. Now, if you think about this, tax incentives and subsidies are all public funds. So it's highly inconsistent to say tax incentives cannot do, but subsidies, yes, let's do more. What's the logic? Unfortunately, we are now in a world where rules are shaped not by logic or principles, but by geopolitics and security imperatives. And Singapore is already feeling the impact. Because when we talk to MNCs here about raising our effective corporate tax rate to 15%, they tell us, yes, we understand, this is happening worldwide. Singapore's incentives used to be best in class, but if your tax rates go up, then Singapore will become less competitive compared to other places. Besides, my home jurisdiction is offering such large subsidies for my next investment. So please tell me what Singapore can offer to persuade my HQ to locate the next investment project here. It's logical for them to say this, right? Because if back home their governments are offering such large subsidies, they will certainly ask us, please match. If not, why should I put my next investment project here? So what this means is that competition will be much tougher. I hope all our union leaders understand this and help to explain this to your members. The major economies are mobilizing very large sums of money to build their own strategic industries. Let me just give you one example. Germany is negotiating with Intel to establish a large semiconductor plant in eastern Germany. The deal involves $10 billion in financing support. $10 billion for just one project. $10 billion is almost double what MTI will spend this year to grow our entire economy. Imagine one project and the subsidy promised is double what MTI spends in a year. Can we afford to outbid the big boys? Not just the Germans, but also the Europeans, the Americans, the Chinese, the Japanese. Outbid all of them for the investments we want? So let me tell you plainly, we cannot afford to outbid the big boys just to get the MNCs to invest here. We won't have enough money to match the competition. But what we must have enough of are ingenuity and innovation, guts and gumption. And that's the only way we can and will prevail even when the odds are stacked against us. Despite the dark clouds around us, I say, never fear and never lose heart. Singapore may be small, but this little red dot is shining brighter than ever. And if we can keep it shining bright, businesses and investors in the region and beyond will continue to want to come here. The Singapore brand can continue to be a calling card for our people venturing abroad and for local companies expanding into overseas markets. And if we continue to focus on our strengths and capabilities and find ways to provide value to the world, we can continue to earn a good living and prosper and thrive together.